Greetings from Scouse Farm. As you can see, I'm in a modern development, which is unusual for me because I usually think they're terrible, but credit where credit's due. The properties that have been built in this part of Toxteth, I've just stumbled across them. I knew they were here. I didn't ever think I'd be filming them, but the reason I'm filming these is because I also often say to people, or on the channel, say it's disappointing when the churches get sold to developers because they just get split up into flats and look terrible, or they get left to go into ruin because when they're bought they put plans in to do some work and then the work never gets done. But today I'm happy to tell you all that there is a church that has been refurbished and it looks amazing. Look at that. And I'm working in the next street and I had to walk down here to go to a house, and I seen all these at the end, and it is fantastic. And it's been split into private accommodation, and what I'll do is I'll just walk you down this way where I am now, down there, and then I'll walk you around the front on the main road. So just bear with me when I walk back because there's no way I'm going to try and climb over the railings while I'm holding this phone. But even in the upper parts there, because you can see the Velux windows at the top, so the light that must come through there, and the fact that it used to be a massive church with huge ceilings, I bet you that's great in the summer. So you being recorded, some random machines just told me I'm being recorded, but I got one back because I'm recording it while it's recording me. Look at that. Whoever the person or people who live in there, they've done a great job with these baskets and these tropical plants. It's what, February now, coming up to Valentine's Day, for those who are going to be spending money on that particular day. It's very close to Valentine's Day, but you can see full leaf on all of these plants. So imagine what it's like in the summer. And once one person does it, you can see a few people start doing it as well. And I'm just love seeing nature mixed in with properties in cities, because it just makes a big difference. Sometimes it can relax people when they come home to not be surrounded by concrete when all you can hear is the sirens in the background, which is all too frequent, unfortunately. And then we're out onto the main road there. I can't remember the name of this road, but I'm going to take you around the front now to show you the front of this church. But that's off down towards town there, and then through there going that way is Granby Street, and then I'm working up here on the left. So up towards there is Prince's Boulevard, so Prince's Avenue, Prince's Road, and I'll show you the front of this in a minute. So follow me around. I would climb over, but my shoulder's still giving me a bit of jip. It's been raining and it's metal railing, so trying to do that while holding this phone is a recipe for disaster, and I'm not going to do it because it'll end badly for either me or my phone. But yeah, I mean, other than that, they need to get that out of the gutter because that's right by the hopper there. That's got a chance to block up, and then the water will just start overflowing and running down the front. So whoever lives in this one, or if that's just the main entrance hall, I don't know, but definitely get on top of it as soon as you can. Things like that, because they start off small, but they can end up being very expensive jobs to repair and then maintain in the future. And they've retained a lot of the original features. You can see the stained glass windows there, which are absolutely fantastic. And even the seagulls love them because they're all over the top. Got one there. That majestic seagull just sitting on top of the cross. Fantastic. And then we've got some more new build houses there, or relatively new build, so modern design. And then the ones where I'm working are these older ones. That's the area I'm in today. So it's nice to see a new build estate, so to speak, where they do put a little bit of effort into how it's going to look where it stands, and the fact that they've retained the church and not just left it to be vandalized and graffitied it's a great thing. So let's walk you around the front and then you can see the front of the church, the main entrance where all the parishioners would have in the past entered that church building that you've just seen the back of. Oh. I think that was the dog that went for me near the letterbox that I was posting a leaflet in. Tell you, there's a peril. Anyone who's a postie or has delivered leaflets, I tell you, sometimes when you're putting your hand through the letterbox, it's in for like a fraction of a second and there's a dog hanging off your finger. It's like they're just sitting there waiting, going, I'll get him one day, and they just sit there waiting for you. And this is a one-way street, so if you come in off the top of Prince's Avenue, which is up that way, you can only drive down this one way. But if you've got a pedal bike, you can go both ways apparently. So let's go and have a look at the front of this. Next to it must have been the old, like the hall or the priest's quarters or something, because it's obviously a church building, but it's different and separate from the actual tall church. So I imagine that was the vicar's or the priest's or whatever it is accommodation. It's fantastic that though. Still, I don't know if it's still owned by the church or if that's been sold off as well, but that is a beautiful house, and it's obviously occupied because I've got a car outside. And yeah, as it says there, 90, so it has been bought because it's got 95A, which means it's being converted into multiple accommodation, and that is St Bernard's Presbytery, or was St Bernard's Presbytery when it was used by the parish. And just look at that, what a great conversion. Done a brilliant job on that, and it's one of the first times I've looked at a church conversion in a city, or in this city, Liverpool, where there's not been at least one massive tree growing out of some part of the building, because there's usually buddleia or ivy or something stuck to the front of the buildings. And that still got the statue of Our Lady there. The detail in the architecture is fantastic around that, the arched windows, and just above that design is absolutely fantastic. And it looks like, well, they have put some sort of perspex cover over the upper windows. Not sure why they've done that, but there'll be a reason that is fitting for why they've done it. Might just be to protect it, or you can see, well, you might not see on the video, but I can see from where I'm standing that there's a lot of condensation running behind this perspex, so I think it might need some drill holes in the top of it to let the air out. But what a great building. There's that seagull again, or it might be a different one. You like sitting on the top, don't you? And we have a few more little interesting architectural features. I think that's a crown above the statue. I think it's some sort of crown, or I'm not sure. I can't see very well from here, but I'm very happy with that. That is gorgeous. Right, so thank you all very much for watching. Have yourselves a great day in Scouse Farm outside a wonderful church conversion. We'll see you all again soon.